Hey everyone, and welcome. We all know AI is set to change, well, pretty much everything. But its potential in the classroom is maybe the most profound of all. So today, we're going to dig into the massive promise, but also the very real dangers of AI in education. Is it a bridge to a more equal future? Or is it a barrier that just makes the gaps we already have even wider?
All right, let's just start with this one big idea. Seriously, just imagine for a second. What if every single student, no matter where they live, no matter how much money their family has, could have their own personal tutor? One that's available 24/7 and that adapts perfectly to how they learn. I mean, that's the incredible dream that AI is offering to education.
So yeah, let's start there with the promise. The big optimistic dream here is that AI could be the great equalizer, that it could finally break down all those barriers of geography and wealth to reach students who've been left behind for way too long.
And look, this isn't some far-off sci-fi fantasy. It is happening right now. Take a look at this photo. This is a student in Ghana. And with just a basic smartphone, she's getting one-on-one help with her math from an AI tutor. This completely bypasses the need for expensive computers or super fast internet, which, are huge hurdles in so many parts of the world.
And what's so brilliant about this is just how simple and accessible it can be. This tutor actually works through WhatsApp, an app that millions of people already have and use every day. It gives step-by-step guidance, real-time feedback, and it adjusts to the student's pace. A study on this exact tool in Ghana found it led to a really significant improvement in students' math scores. This is personalized learning delivered on a massive scale.
And it's not just small-scale projects either. We're seeing entire governments get on board with this vision. In India, for example, the Ministry of Education has launched this huge AI for All initiative. And the whole idea is to democratize AI education, to make these powerful learning tools available to students from every single background all across the country.
And we're not talking small numbers here. The scale is just massive. Some estimates suggest that by 2026, over 70 million students in India alone could be getting help from AI in their education. That's a staggering number that could literally reshape an entire generation. But okay, with all this incredible promise, we have to ask the tough question. Does throwing more technology at a problem automatically mean you get more equality? Well, unfortunately, the answer just isn't that simple. You see, there's a really serious danger here. Because without very careful planning, the same AI that we hope will be an equalizer could actually do the exact opposite. It could end up deepening the very divides that already exist. Now, what's really interesting here is the data. This chart comes from a study in India, and it shows pretty clearly that access to these AI tutoring platforms is not equal. Not at all. Students from middle and high-income families have way more access than kids from lower-income backgrounds. So the tech might be out there, but it's just not reaching everyone. This is that classic digital divide, and it is a huge barrier. It's not just about having a phone. It's about having a reliable device that works, being able to afford a consistent internet connection, and having the basic digital skills to even use these tools in the first place. For the most vulnerable students, these are major roadblocks. And beyond just access, there's a much sneakier danger. Algorithmic bias. Think about it. If you build an AI on biased data, or if it's designed with a one-size-fits-all approach, it can end up just reinforcing the very stereotypes and disadvantages we're trying to get rid of. It could systematically hurt students from marginalized communities.
And this quote right here, it really gets to the heart of it. We can't just throw fancy tech at these deep, complex social problems like poverty or a lack of infrastructure and just expect a miracle. At the end of the day, technology is a tool, right? It's not a magic wand. So, how do we do this right? How do we actually build that bridge and avoid the peril? Well, let's take a look at the path forward. Experts are really pointing to a three-step game plan here. First, we have to build the basic infrastructure so that everyone can actually get online. Second, we have to see AI as a tool to empower teachers, not replace them. And third, and this is crucial, these tools have to be designed for real inclusion from the very beginning.
Yeah, the best way to think about this is AI as a co-teacher. Let the AI handle the grunt work, the grading, making practice worksheets, tracking student progress, all that stuff. That frees up the human teacher to focus on what they do best, mentoring, inspiring, and building those critical human connections that are and always will be the bedrock of learning. And this last point, designing for inclusion, is absolutely non-negotiable. It has to be baked in from day one. So what does that actually look like? Well, it means creating content that reflects the real cultures and languages of the students using it. It means building platforms that work offline or on a shaky connection. And it means we have to demand transparency, that these AI tools are rigorously tested for bias, and that the whole design process is built around fairness and justice for every single learner.
So as AI becomes a bigger and bigger part of our classrooms, and it will, we have to remember that technology itself isn't good or bad. It's just a really powerful tool. The ultimate question isn't about the AI. It's about us. The choices we make right now will decide whether this revolution builds a bridge to a better, more equitable future for every student, or if it puts up another barrier that leaves even more people behind. The future of learning is really in our hands.